Wow, Sarah, you're really slaying the game in your oversized RVCA t-shirt. I know, man, I know. Really killing it over here. Really taking a pride in my look, you know. Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today I'm going to show you how to do this cut crease here, the little double cut crease. I don't know what you want to call it, but I use Scotch tape. I cannot do this without Scotch tape. If you can, I don't know why you're watching me, first of all. I mean, keep watching, definitely. Scotch tape is an awesome tool to use for it. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Also follow me on Instagram. I have makeup looks every day coming at ya. So I will link that somewhere on this screen or like in the description box. Yeah, let's get right into it. I prime my lid with the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk. It's awesome. So just cover those veiny little balls I got going on here and then pat it out. I don't take eyeshadow straight onto the primer like this because it's kind of sticky and it skips a little. So it's easier to blend out if you set your eye afterwards, and I set it with this. You can get it at Walmart. I just take a brush like this, my bad, it's kind of dirty, stained, whatever, and then just dip it into that translucent powder and go over my whole lid. Just so it's not sticky, you know? And you're going to be able to blend out your eyeshadows a lot more. If you're using a primer and you notice that your eyeshadows are like kind of blotchy and sticky, try setting it and that should help you. On to the star of the show, using tape, which I love using tape for my cut creases. Honestly, I can't do this cut crease without tape. I know a lot of people use tape with eyeshadow looks. I'm all about it, so obviously because I'm showing you. But put it on the back of your hand a few times and like get the stickiness off. Otherwise it's gonna hurt when you take it off. We don't want that. Okay, and then decide where you want your cut crease to be. I usually go for like, you see my little fold here, my little hooded eye? I usually go like right above that, a little upwards like so. Kind of like that. Okay. So, looks pretty straight to me. Sigma E25 blending brush. Yeah, it's dirty. You know, it's okay. I'm gonna take a transition shade. This little dude right here. His name is Creme Brulee from Makeup Geek. I obviously love him because I've hit pan. And then just start blending that into your crease. Wherever your brush hits initially is where you're gonna get the most impact of color, I've found. So if you don't want the darkest color to be right here, don't put your brush initially right here. Put it, usually we want it to be on the end, like in our outer V, so start over here. And then trick to blending is just little circular motions until your arm falls off. Don't worry if you get some on your lid, it'll be alright. I'm going to use concealer to carve out the crease to make that cut crease, so it's all chill. Just adding more color and packing it on until I get the desired pigmentation. and little circles. Make sure you blend it a lot right here where the tape ends. It'll make your life easier once you take the tape off, trust me. So now that I have the initial transition shade, I'm going to add a darker transition shade just for a nice gradient. I'm going to use Latte right here. If I haven't said it, these are from Makeup Geek. I highly recommend Makeup Geek. Their shadows are bomb. Alright, now I'm taking that a little bit lower. Not going as high. You see how Creme Brulee is like blended all the way up here? We want to take this one lower. So, like this. And then just windshield wiper motions to get that nice gradient blend. I'm making even tinier circles. I'm not being so haphazard with it. Is that a word? Let me know if that's a word. And to really get in the crease, I kind of tilt my head back, you know? And then point the brush upwards. It helps with blending. And then it really creates that like defined crease. So just tilt your head back, point the brush upward, and voila, you have a blended AF crease. Okay, now go back in with the initial brush. No extra products on the brush though, and just kind of blend those two together, those two shades, just to make sure they're super seamless and blended. Like, cut creases are all about definition, but you also want it to be blended, you know? Okay, now I'm gonna go in with a third color. I'm super about that gradient life, so I'm gonna go on with this brush right here. It is an e.l.f. eye crease brush. It was $1, guys. Highly recommend. Then I'm gonna go in with my Morphe Jaclyn Hill favorites palette, that one. Also with my head back and the brush pointed upwards. I'm gonna go over where I put the Latte just to add some more definition. If you feel like your eye looks are just looking kind of like one-dimensional, you're probably not using enough colors, like, what am I trying to say, like transition colors. Like, you gotta put down a light one, a medium one, then a darker one, and you should see some luck with it. This one, since it's darker, I'm kind of flicking outwards like this along the tape and just flicking on the outside there. That's gonna help us get that lifted look once we take that tape off. Just going back and adding more brown, and I'm just lightly dipping into it. I don't want to add too much. It's better to add less and build it up than add, you know, a shit ton right from the get-go and be like, what am I doing? And just blend those together. Each time you add a color, you want to make sure and go back in with that initial brush with no extra product on it and blend everything together, you know. Last and final color to create the ultimate like definition, I'm gonna use black. I'm not a fan of black. It actually kind of scares me, but I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone, so I'm gonna use black. I'm taking it on this little tiny precision brush. This is a Morphe M149. I'm using black from the Naked 2 palette, Blackout right here. Just dipped my brush in it a tiny little bit. And what I'm gonna do is follow this dark line here. Right above my crease though, you see where that fold is? I'm gonna go right above that. Otherwise, it's just gonna be hidden in that fold. I'm looking at myself just straight on and seeing where my eye folds and going right above it, right where that brown is, that dark brown. I'm gonna start right here along the tape and then just going up. You can also put your head back if that helps you. That helps me since I have those folds. And then just slowly building up that crease. Sometimes little circles help right here where it's going to be flicked up to kind of blend. Dipping back into that black just the tiniest little bit. My head back. My brush is straight to my face like this. Straight to my eyeball, I should say. So you should have an initial line that kind of looks like that. Just keep going back and forth over it to blend it out. Now I go in with an angled brush like this. Morphe S25. Dip it into that black slightly, or whatever color you're feeling. And make an even sharper line. So now you're gonna have something super sharp like that. You wanna flick this brush upwards and it's gonna help blend. And then also just doing little back and forth motions. It's gonna help it blend out. I'm gonna switch back to this brush. Just go slightly above that defined black line. You don't want to blend it up too far. Then it can kind of get away from you and get muddy. Find a brush that doesn't have any product on it. I'm going to use this one, Sigma Tapered Blender E40. Just go over everything just to make sure everything is nice and blended. Alright, now for the big reveal. Go ahead and take your tape off. You'll have something that looks like that, which is good. That's what we want. Now I'm gonna go on with my brow bone highlight. I'm taking this e.l.f. brush. It doesn't have a name. I don't know. It's like a little packer brush. You can find it at Walmart, Target, I'm sure. Wet n Wild Color Icon Sugar Scrub? Sugar, just sugar? Okay. You're gonna see how it kind of just takes away where I blended up too far. The part that really brings this all together. We're gonna go on with concealer. I have some on the back of my hand from when I did my eyebrows. And I'm using the e.l.f. brush as usual, little concealer brush. Also get it at Walmart or Target. Initially going to go on my eyelid here. I'm pulling my eye kind of taut. I'm just going to follow that dark line. Round it out right there. Close your eye. And then just little smooth motions. Okay, now you have that. So it's looking much more like a cut crease now. And then just blend it out with your finger or whatever you want to blend it out with. Now you'll still see some concealer lines, so I'm going to go in with this brush again. No product on it, and just take it along the edge here just to smooth it out a little. Okay, you'll have something that looks like that. I'm gonna go back in with that brow bone highlight, the Sugar. Why do I keep calling it Sugar? It's just Sugar from Wet n Wild. I'm gonna go in with a MAC 242. This will also help cut that crease. Just patting it on. So you're gonna have that. That is your cut crease. So there's still some concealer left on this little brush. Just gonna take it and like sharpen that wing there. Okay, let's smoke out this lower lash line, shall we? We shall. So I'm gonna take Latte. Just smoke it out a little. Nothing dramatic. I'm already doing the most right now, so. Then I'm gonna take Blackout and get really close to the lash line. Meet it with that liner there. I should zoom you in. Alright. Meet it with the liner there. Not gonna go all the way in. Just like halfway in. And I think we are done. That's how you do a double wing cut crease. I don't know what these are called. Super popular right now though, so that's how I do mine. That's it for me today. I'm ready to go to Target, straight slaying the game. Okay, enough awkward hand movements here. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. I look a fucking mess, man. Yeah, if you want to continue to watch this shit show, subscribe to me. It would mean the world to me. Alright, bye. Thank you.